What is going on, my peoples? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all are well and healthy. Today I bring to you the dumbest thing an American has ever said to Canadians. Not wasting no time. Shout out to Mystery Unveiled. Let's get this started. Had to mute it because there's a lot of copyright music. Yeah, I can't do the copyright. Is it like slideshows? Oh, we gotta read the thing. All right. We gotta read the thing. I'm gonna just keep it unpaused then. That way it could flow, because it probably got like some seconds in between. To enter this bar in the United States, we need to bring our passports. The security at the door looked at our passports absolutely bewildered and called over his co-workers. They stared at it, confused. Then they called over management, and the manager asked us if they were fake. We stood over there. Wait a minute. We stood there for about 20 minutes as they went through our passport? Y'all was this clueless? You don't know what? Come on, bro. Y'all gotta step it up. You gotta do better as adults, you know? How you don't know? We legit told them we are Canadian, and they still were very confused. As they finally let us in, the group of security checking our passports were Googling what a Canadian passport looks like. When I was around 11, we went to Disneyland. There we ended up in a conversation with an American family, and their father asked if we really had to get around by snowmobile up there. My dad looked at him and told him that, no, we don't go by snowmobile. I'm like, do y'all really think there's no winter? No fall, no spring? I mean, is that what y'all believe in? When you look up a picture of Canada, is it just nothing but snow pics? What is coming up when you look up Canada? Yeah? What is coming up? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not gonna be ignorant in the beginning of the journey. I did tell you guys in the very first video I ever made, something about the igloos. I didn't know y'all had the northern lights. I knew the igloos weren't true, but I always had like some type of, going on in my head. Like, maybe they is out here living in igloos a little bit, somewhere out there. But no. I'm very educated now. And that is common misconception. Then he said that gas actually freezes up in Canada, and we have to make do with dog sleds. The family totally believed it. Oh my gosh. So these are like different stories? Because my head is hurting. These are different stories? My gosh. I was in Connecticut. It witnessed a car accident. One of the drivers was starting university the next day. Oh my gosh. And she mentioned that I had an interesting accent and asked where I was from. I said Vancouver, and she looked confused. Then I said, on the west coast of Canada. And she came back with, Canada has west coast? I wonder how she's doing now in college. And they don't teach you this type of stuff in college. You could be valedictorian in college in the U.S. still be dumb as a rock. You don't know nothing about about other countries around the world. Like, okay, come on, shake back. I used to know someone who worked as a border guard on a minor crossing point. She told me that the guards had a Second Amendment betting pool. Apparently, they got as many as 4 or 5 people in a week trying to cross with their guns because they believed that the Constitution applied to all Americans anywhere in the damn world. I mean, seriously, some of these stories are unbelievable. Like, I feel like somebody just put the video together and made up some unbelievable stories. Why would you even play with the border like that? Why would you even play with them like that, thinking it was cool? Oh, I thought it was the same in America. You ain't even bother to look up the rules and what you should do. Do you even have the proper documents with you to cross this thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, super setting? What is super setting? I've never heard that word before. Wait, super setting. Okay, super setting any local laws in other nations So they had a pool going on how many they'd catch in a month. Okay. It's ridiculous, man. I was in Detroit for work, and some guy started talking to me. He asked where I was from. And when I said Ontario, he went wild with, "Oh my gosh, what a small world." I know a couple from Ontario, and let me tell you something, man. DB people with like master degrees and stuff too. It's like with their master's degrees and stuff, you know? Oh my gosh. How is it over there? Is it freezing all the time? Like, it's literally a 10-minute drive, laugh out loud. I had a German exchange student stay with us in Ontario. She wanted to go to Vancouver on the weekend. I had to explain to her that it was a 4-day drive. Showed her on a map how we could be there. Oh, wait a minute. Showed her on a map how we could fit 3 Germanys in Hudson Bay. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, showed her on a map how we could fit 3 Germanys in Hudson Bay. And it blew her mind. No, like Canada, that's why I be saying if Canada was to like just dump all their water onto our country, we're screwed. Way back in the days of chat rooms, I mentioned where I was from, mentioning it was north of North Dakota. Their response, there's nothing north of North Dakota. And in 1986, I worked for the summer at Expo 86. What is Expo 86? Okay, it was a huge deal at the time. And there were like millions of American tourists. I was asked 3 times, is this money good off-site? At first, I couldn't understand it, but apparently they thought they had bought some kind of amusement park currency instead of Canadian dollars. My goodness. This is ridiculous. I mean, the 4th time I said, I think it's just park money. And the dad gave me a stack of cash and said, here, give this to someone who might need. You know, I've seen that so many times when leaving the country. You know, people being generous. It's your last day. You ain't got nothing to lose. Little do they know they could literally like trade the currency in for their money. Like, you know, they just give it away like it's nothing. Like it's monopoly money. But you fool. It's literally your money. That's your money right there. You gave your money for that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a common sense. Oh, man. I mean, how you think you was moving around? They had to ask you for your money first to get that currency. So what you think and if you didn't know that was real currency, then maybe you needed to get robbed. Maybe you need to get robbed for real. Maybe you do need to get robbed for real so somebody could wake you up, open your eyes a little bit. Because why would I pay somebody for monopoly money or some fake type of park money? And who is asking for money around the park? You just pay to get in. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh. Man, the deeper I go, the worse it gets. Me, I needed it. Over 700 in real Canadian money. Yo, as a Canadian, I'm scamming you. Oh, thank you. I'm not even going to tell you that it's currency traded in. Because you obviously don't appreciate. What? I felt disgusted with my... Don't feel disgusted with yourself. But a few ounces of... I felt disgusted with myself. But a few ounces of weed spread. But a few, these stories got to be real. I'm getting hot. But a few ounces of weed spread out among my friends took care of that. And you still probably got to save some, right? You still probably saved some in your pocket. Y'all probably bought a pizza or something. a little beaver tail, a little poutine. You probably got a little some treats, a churro with some. This is great. Wait, I ain't never come across this before. This is that is like, I swear that's such a stoner thing to do. You got 700. What's the first thing you finna do? Bro, I just know so many people like that. Like, you could get $1 million. What's the first thing you finna do? What you finna invest in? Who you finna bless? They finna go buy an ounce. You about to smoke on it and think about it. What they gonna do with the money? I bartended in a major city. I was chatting with the table and came to find out they were all specialist doctors from all over the U.S. But here for some conference. Bill time comes and one of the women who was a surgeon. You see how they had to mention she was a surgeon? She better not have said that goofy. Because I was going to mention doctors too. You know how I said master's degrees? I was going to say you can even have your doctorates. But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to bash people with the doctorates because you got to work hard for that. That's actually your college. Extra 2 years maybe. It ain't the same for everyone, you know? Who was a surgeon visiting a major Canadian city and had been here for a week by that time. Sees Canadian cash and absolutely loses her shit. Didn't I say I wasn't going to pause? You mean to tell me you have your own cash money? Yeah. Y'all don't just use American real money? Our money is real money. You can give us American back. Wait, you can give us a... Can you give us American back? No, we can accept it on par and you'll receive Canadian change. I don't just keep a whole till of every foreign currency. I feel you. You know, because they gotta, you know, trade that currency in, right? For Canadian currency somewhere, right? Is that how that works? If somebody, wait. What if somebody out here in the U.S. tried to give me Canadian currency? It wouldn't work though, right? Because of course a franchise is not going to be like, hey, come on, let's go take it somewhere and trade the currency in. Nah, I don't think so. I'm curious. What's on par? Oh my. Come on, man. Come on, man. You's a surgeon. You working on my brain. You. I don't know what. No. He didn't mention brain surgeon. I don't know what you're working on, but you's a surgeon. Well, it means the exchange rate will be 1-1 regardless of the actual dollar right now. What's an exchange rate? I was checking into a hotel in Atlanta, and the lady behind the desk said she never heard of Winnipeg and asked where it was. I cut her some slack being from the South after playing a few trivia hint games like saying, it's the home of the geese. Oh, whoa. I thought it said geese. It's the home of the guests? Wait a minute. It's the home of the guests. Who sang? American Woman. She guessed England. She said it with confidence too, didn't she? That's the exclamation me. She said that thing with confidence. I finally told her from Manitoba, Canada. She said, how was I supposed to know that? I'm from Minnesota. Then I explained we actually share a border. My father had some... You don't tell them that. They might take it as offense. Like, what you trying to say, man? My father had someone say to him, you speak pretty good English for a Canadian. We must admit, however, that we take glee in perpetuating the stereotypes and misinformation, a friend spent a summer in Georgia with his aunt and took delight in telling his cousin's friends about dog sledding. Oh, is it dog slaying or dog sledding? Like, can you say either or? To school and having to carry a rifle because of polar bears. We lived in Belleville? Is it Belleville? Belleville. Or is it Belleville? How is it? Ontario. A rifle? This video is really 12 minutes and 46 seconds, guys. This is a 20-minute video almost. My goodness. We might have to make a part 2 to this. I'm actually interested in making like a part 2 or a part 3. You know, breaking this up a little bit because these are real life stories, guys. I was at the Tim Hortons at Fort Knox, and the guy behind the counter asked why we all lined up for coffee every morning. I was like, it reminds us of home. He was so shocked and said, I have Tim Hortons in Canada? Well, that concludes our video today, guys. And if I could search through the archive right now, I could do the messages. My girlfriend actually had Tim Hortons at her job. They bought a box of Tim Hortons in. A few people have told me in the comments, you know, yeah, Strac, it's actually out there in the U.S. You know, some states got it. You could try it. I'm not trying it until I go out there to Canada. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to try it out there in Canada. It's going to hit different. But they actually brought in a box of Tim Hortons. I'm like, where you get that from? Ain't no Tim Hortons in my area, in my state. Where did you get that from? I'm still thinking, where did they get that from? Tim Hortons? I'm going to have to look that up. It got to be on a low or something. There's real life of Tim Hortons. I mean, if you guys want me to go ahead and try Tim Hortons, it'd be in the U.S. I don't know if the ingredients and stuff is different. I might have to look that up. If you guys would like to help me out with that in the comments, I'll go ahead and try it. If the ingredients are different, I will let you know how the U.S. version tastes. But I will not make a video on it. Absolutely not. If the ingredients are the same and I can get it from the U.S. somewhere, I will buy a box of Tim Hortons donuts. If it's the same, like if the experience will be the same, the taste and everything. If you guys, all my Canadians, came over to the U.S. and had Tim Hortons, it was like, yep, it's the same right here. Let me know. And I will try it. And we'll make that a video. Man, I go out and everything, and yeah. Let me know in the comments. I'm actually interested, because, yeah, a lot of people are actually shocked that there's a Tim Hortons in America. I mean, a lot. Everyone stay tuned for the part 2 of this ridiculous topic. The dumbest thing an American has ever said to Canadians. I mean, these stories are ridiculous. Some of them are truly unbelievable. But yet again, this is a big world we live in. And I can't say that I have been educated my whole life as well. Because otherwise I wouldn't have this channel. I wouldn't be making these videos right now. It's just the fact that people are so confident in the things they say. Like, that's the thing I notice with Americans, especially if they don't know certain things, or so a lot of them just be talking and they be swearing that you're stupid and you don't understand a lot. So like they just think they can say whatever they want, like saying words that aren't real words. I'm like, whoa, the lady behind the counter, I'm like, whoa, what word was that? I looked at not a word. I'm like, I dropped my phone. I'm like, what is that? Made up a word, and I didn't even correct her. She just made up a word, and she really thought I walked away. Was like, okay. Like, she must have thought I was dumb. I'm looking at my girl, I'm like, did she really just say that? You know, not everybody's educated, but we got to stop being so confident, you know, with our conversations and the things that come out of our mouths, especially if we don't know. It's better to just be like, oh, wait, you know, play it a little dumb and ask the question, ask for help. Don't just speak out and about. People just be speaking freely, and then you get put in a video like this. Everyone feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on. Feel free, all my Canadians, feel free to share any personal experiences you have ever had. One-on-one conversations with Americans. What did they say to you that was the most ridiculous? Go ahead, put it in the comments, man. Let me hear it.
Stay safe, everyone, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video. We're going to go ahead and chop this up into a few parts. Don't worry. We will definitely get back into this.